take a break down here in the wood shop. Talk about this week's video sponsor, and it's our friends over at Federal Brace. It's the same company, I don't know how to say this, if it's like a parent company or a sister company to Killarney Metals. It was years ago now, but Killarney Metals sent me the washing machine pan. And so they have another company called Federal Brace, and they wanted to send us something to try out, and it's this huge hunk of metal. And what this is a bracket that they make that's for a floating shelf, I guess is the best, I think that's what people call them. Pre-made holes that are kind of like slots. So when you go to hang it on the wall, you know, you've got lots of options there. These holes are set 16-inch away from each other too. So you should be able to hit your studs in like a perfectly studded house. Anyways, when you buy a brace from Federal Brace, in our case, you have to make a shelf. I think they do have some shelves that you can just buy, and that's probably what I should have done, because making a shelf for this was a little bit more in depth than I thought it was going to be. I'm not even sure how it turned out, because it's been gluing up all night. So what you got to do is you got to build your shelf to be kind of hollow like that, and it just goes like this and slides in and sits flush to the wall. I used ash for the main shelf, in which I cut miters for every corner, and it should kind of look like it flows. So it's kind of gonna give the appearance of like one big thick shelf, which is I think 3 1/4 inches thick. It's a very thick shelf. But when you do that, when you have a piece of wood and you cut it all up and you glue it all together, well then it's not just open on one side, it's open on both sides. So what I did for that is I planed down a really thin piece of walnut and I glued it to the face of that. Federal Brace is the exact thing that you should think of when you think of an American company. Based out of North Carolina, and it was started in 2009 by a couple brothers. And they care a lot about customer service and quality of work. It's just very obvious when you talk to this company on the phone that you as their customer is their #1 concern. In knowing how much of a family business Federal Brace was, that motivated me to build this shelf and make it as nice as I could, and to put some pictures on it of Sarah's brother that passed away and my grandfather and grandmother. This is a very special piece to me. It's going to be in my house forever. So see that little line? That's the center of the bracket. This line right here is the center of my wall. So it wants to be right there. Get it level. Get it level. It's easy. It's a big deep shelf. You can put a lot of stuff up there.
I want to see the very deep top.
Like way up there.
Thank you so much, Federal Brace, for sending me this bracket and giving me the opportunity to make a family heirloom shelf. This will truly be in my house forever, and I really do appreciate you sending it to me.